हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, आवाज नहीं आ रही।
Hare Krishna, everyone, welcome all of you. So, today we are going to start the 7th chapter, wherein the complete Bhakti Yoga is described now. Till now, first 6 chapter is all about describing different processes like Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga. Like 6 chapter is all about Dhyana Yoga. Now, 6th chapter, Krishna concluded that Bhakti Yoga is the topmost. 6th chapter, the last verse, if you remember, Krishna says, Yoginam api sarvesam mad gaten antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukta tamo matah. The meaning is, so we should perform the yoga practice if at all we want to control the mind and enjoy the unlimited happiness and achieve the transcendental position going back to Krishna. So for that, we have to perform yoga. And what is the best yoga? Shraddhavan bhajate yomam. Anybody who worships Krishna with devotion and faith. That is called the highest yoga, and that is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga involves worshipping Krishna with Shraddha and devotion. So, 7th chapter, the name is Knowledge of the Absolute Truth. What is absolute truth, and how to understand that knowledge is given. So we'll start with prayers. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhesha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. जय श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताई गौरांग की जय, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय. So the 7th chapter is the knowledge of the absolute truth. Many times I have described what is truth, what is related truth, and what is absolute truth. So I'm going to ask you that what is absolute truth and what is related truth? What you have understood till now, according to your understanding, what is absolute and related truth? You can write in the chat box or you can speak also. What is that? Ashish, what is absolute truth according to you? What is absolute truth? आशीष, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही. आशीष की आवाज नहीं आ रही. आप कुछ प्रॉब्लम?
प्रभु आवाज आ रही क्या अब?
हाँ, अभी आ रही है.
जी, तो एब्सोल्यूट ट्रुथ मतलब वो होता है जो कि समय के रिस्पेक्ट में कभी चेंज ना हो, जैसे पास्ट प्रेजेंट फ्यूचर या किसी के भी रिस्पेक्ट में चेंज ना हो. और ये हमें उन्हीं से मिल सकता है जो खुद समय के रिस्पेक्ट में मतलब चेंज ना हो। जैसे हम खुद हैं, हम हर मतलब मोमेंट में हमारी बॉडी चेंज हो रही है लेकिन हम खुद देख नहीं पा रहे हैं। तो जो हम बोलते हैं वो एब्सोल्यूट ट्रुथ नहीं हो सकता है। तो कृष्णा की जो बॉडी है वो स्पिरिचुअल बॉडी है, वो मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि चेंज हो रही है या बूढ़े हो रहे हैं। तो वो जो बोल रहे हैं या उन्होंने जो लिखा है तो वो एब्सोल्यूट ट्रुथ होगा एक तरीके से।
Correct. Very nice. Absolute truth. What you said is perfectly correct. The truth which is always truth in all the three facets of time, past, present and future, तीनों phases में अगर कोई चीज exist करती है, that is called absolute truth. This is the definition. And anything which does not exist in all the three facets of time, that is called relative truth. ये है definition, absolute truth and relative truth. Now you say in your surrounding what all are relative truths and what all are absolute truth, which you see every day, which you encounter every day in your surrounding. What is the absolute truth and what is relative truth according to this definition? Who will say? Krishna's love is absolute truth. Relative truth is we are thinking that we are body. The spiritual knowledge is absolute truth. So in our surrounding, if you see everything in our surrounding, what all exists, this body, home, relatives, family members, trees, plants, infrastructure, buildings, all of these things we see in our surroundings. And now you apply this definition of truth to all of these things, then you will come to the conclusion that anything in this world which you see or encounter is related truth. Related truth, because everything is not existing in the three facets of time. It was there 10 years before, yes, 20 years before, yes, 25 years, no. Our existence before 25 years, where were we? We don't know. After, say, 30 or 35 years, where will be there? We don't know. This body will exist? No. Our relationship will exist? No. Our surroundings, all those things, whatever you are seeing will exist? No. Nobody will exist. Or the current generation which is now there in the world, before 100 years it was not there. The current generation I'm talking about, the current generation which are now inhabiting the earth planet, before 100 years none of them, I'm talking about only human, not trees and plants and any animals. There are many animals, they were existing before 100 years also, but many human, all the human beings, they are new generation, they were not there before 100 years. Somebody else were there, now they are all gone. Now we were not there, now we are there. After 100 years we'll be gone, the whole generation will be gone. Our generation, our elders generation, everything will be finished, new faces will come. So like this we see that in this world nothing is absolute truth, only related truth exists. But our intrinsic nature is to search for the absolute truth and find that absolute truth and get tuned with that absolute truth and revive that your relationship, establish your relationship with that And that truth may be person or situation or circumstances or atmosphere. We are searching for, in fact, all of these things. We are searching for absolute person, absolute place, absolute relationship, absolute everything in absolute. We are searching for, but we are not getting. We are only getting what? Frustration, miseries, because things are temporary, relative, and the inner quest which we have is eternal. We are looking for absolute. Absolute means eternal, which is always there in all the three facets of time. Just like if we talk about soul before 100 years it was there, yes. After 100 years it will be there, yes. Before millions of years it was there, yes. After millions of years, yes. Ajo nitya sashvato ayam purano. This is eternal, oldest. Na hanyate hanyamane shari. When the body is destroyed, soul remains eternal. So only soul in this material world is eternal, absolute truth, and nothing is absolute, only temporary manifestation. So soul is absolute, therefore we, the soul, we are searching for absolute relationship, absolute person, absolute surrounding, absolute world, but we are not getting. Therefore we are frustrated. All these knowledge are explained in this chapter. So I'll share the screen. So Krishna says, so we'll watch video tomorrow. Today we'll continue from the verse itself. The first verse is Maya Sattamana Partha Yogam Yunjan Madasraya Asham Sayam Samagram Mam Yatha Gyanshasi Tashanu. Now hear, O son of Pritha, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubt. Now here Krishna is saying, you can know Krishna fully without any doubt by this practicing of yoga, in which it demands the attachment of mind with Krishna. So that yoga is being described in this chapter. Krishna consciousness yoga. In this chapter, so first 3-4 verses, Krishna is describing what all Krishna is going to explain in this chapter. So Krishna will be explaining about the soul, about the material nature, and the controller of both. This is verse number 2. Verse number 2 says that Jnanam teham savigyanam idam vaksham yasesata yas gyatva neh bhoyonyat gyatavyam avashishyate. Now Arjuna, I am going to explain you both phenomenal and noumenal knowledge. And after knowing this knowledge, nothing further shall remain to be known. Now in Bible, Jesus Christ says, I have many things to tell you, but you are not qualified. Jesus says to his followers, because his followers were all suffered, all 10th class, 11th class, last class people. They are not even having basic common understanding of the living social life. So therefore, if you read Bible, all the basic instructions, commandments like thou shall not kill, thou shall not indulge into adultery of neighbor's wife, thou shall not steal. It's like this, moral instructions are being given. That means if suppose you are asked that you should not indulge into stealing, that means you are indulging into burglary activity. Therefore you are being asked, no. Somebody is asked you should not indulge into adultery, that means he is indulging, therefore he is getting such instruction. So when we read Bible, it is very evident by the Bible that the Christianity is only for the safer class people. 10th class means lower class, not the highest. The Christianity is, the Bible is not giving the highest knowledge, because Lord Jesus himself has said, I have many things to tell you, but you are not qualified. And you can just see by the act of his followers only that Jesus is giving them the knowledge, and these followers, they are crucifying Jesus. They crucified, just see what kind of followers were they. They crucified Jesus only. So that means the knowledge of the Bible is not complete knowledge, but the basic knowledge, which is there in our scriptures also available. Basic knowledge is there. But here Krishna says in this chapter, this knowledge is complete. Jnanam teham savijnanam. I will give you the theoretical knowledge as well as practical knowledge. And after knowing this, nothing further shall remain to be known. Oh Arjuna. And then third verse, Krishna says, out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. So there are thousands of men, millions, and how many of them are interested in understanding this absolute knowledge, Krishna knowledge? Very few, a few. Krishna is saying this. This is the instruction of Krishna that, Arjuna, there are very a few people who are interested to understand this absolute truth. What is their position, what is Krishna's position, and what is the relationship. So therefore we see there are few people who are, in the beginning so many people come, but at last very few remain, because Krishna has already said everybody will not be interested in understanding Krishna consciousness, because it requires the mode of goodness, and today's civilization is into mode of passion and ignorance. Therefore they are not interested into Krishna consciousness. So first 3 verses is all about the preface. In this chapter what Krishna will explain. So first verse was Krishna's promise that by understanding this chapter you will know me full, free from doubt. Second thing Krishna said that this knowledge is complete knowledge without any lacuna. There is nothing left. I have explained everything completely. And third, Krishna said, this knowledge not everybody is interested. One among thousands will come to understand this knowledge, and in the beginning they will come and start practicing, but there later they will leave, and very few will remain who will actually persevere to understand this knowledge. They will show perseverance and determination, enthusiasm, patience, and try to understand this knowledge completely. So such people will be very rare. So those who are regularly attending, they are actually very rare. Krishna is saying, Manushyanam sahasreshu kasyit yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kasyin mam veti tatuta. Manushyanam sahasreshu, one among thousands will start, they will think, ha chalo thoda Bhagavad Gita padhte hain. But many will start reading Bhagavad Gita, but a few continue. So you are one among them. So that is the position of those who follow Krishna consciousness. So Krishna conscious people are very rare, selected people. Therefore Krishna says, these people who are Krishna conscious, those who are chanting my names, those who are offering devotion to me, they are very dear to me. Because Krishna knows though that these people are very rare. You see in your city, anywhere, in your college, how many people are chanting Hare Krishna, how many people are reading Bhagavad Gita? You can count on the fingers, handful of people. So therefore such people are very much liked by Krishna. Krishna loves them so much. Now the 4th verse starts the 7th chapter actually. So in the 4th verse, Krishna described the 8 separated energy. 8 separated energy is earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego. These are 8 separated energy of Krishna. Krishna is saying these are my energy, separated energy. Now earth is energy of Krishna, water is energy of Krishna, earth, water, fire, air, ether, and mind, intelligence, and false ego. These are separated energy of Krishna. So now in quantum physics, when these quantum physicists, Niels Bohr, Heisenberg, and Schrodinger, these core physicists, they said that everything is energy. So people ridiculed them. Oh, what fun, what joke you are saying, what talking about. But then later they understood, everybody understood actually everything is energy only. Nothing is matter, everything is energy. Matter is also energy of energy. So here Krishna already has said in Bhagavad Gita, everything is energy. Now they are coming to the understanding that everything is energy. So Krishna has already explained this. Bhumi rapo analo vayu kham mano buddhi revacha ahankar itiyame bhinna prakriti. These are all my energy, separated energy. And then Krishna again further says, these are separated. And then aparayamitastvanyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhut mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat. Krishna says, beyond these 8 separated energy, there is another energy, that is apara energy, superior energy of mine, and that is living entities who are exploiting this material nature. A material nature is called inferior energy. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, these are all inferior energy. And living entities, we the soul, we are superior energy or spiritual energy of Krishna. So these are explained in first 5 verses. Where Krishna has described about inferior energy and superior energy. Now, as I said that 7th chapter onwards, Bhakti Yoga is completely described. So we'll be discussing something about Bhakti, some pastime about Bhakti. So today in the group, I shared one painting also of Radha Krishna, and I asked that what is that painting of whom? What is the deity? The name of the deity? Yes, that is Radha Krishna only. But which Krishna? What form? Which mood? What is the name of that Krishna's form? So actually, that form is in Vrindavan, the very next to Radha Damodar temple where Prabhupada used to reside. That is most attractive and beautiful deity of Radha, Shyam Sundar. This is Radha Shyam Sundar in Vrindavan, Nidhivan, and this Kunj Bhavan, Kunj, that area. That Radha Damodar, beside Radha Damodar temple, this temple is situated, and the deity is personally manifested by the heart of Radharani. Rather, this deity is not carved deity. The deity which you saw, the painting, actually this is painting, but the deity, the Vigra which is there in the Vrindavan temple, this is not carved Vigra. This is manifested from the heart of Radharani, and it was given to Shyamananda Prabhu. Shyamananda Prabhu is one of the very exalted devotee of Krishna. He is the contemporary of these Goswamis, 6 Goswamis and all of them. So he was also absorbed in Krishna and the pastimes of Krishna. And then he happened to meet with Radharani and Lalita Sakhi, and very beautiful pastime. Today time is not there. Tomorrow we'll see this pastime. How very ecstatic exchange between Radharani and Shyamananda Prabhu. Shyamananda Prabhu came 500 years before. Radharani and all, they were there 5,000 years before. So by this pastime, we understand that all these pastimes of Radha Krishna, they are still happening in Vrindavan. But those who are on the spiritual platform, we are all on the material platform. We are materialistic people. We are just dabbling with sense gratification. We are looking for sense gratification. We are seeking for the opportunity. When will I get the opportunity and I'll jump and grab it? The sense gratification, the lust, greed, anger, all these things. But when we are immune from all of these things, freed by practice of chanting Hare Krishna, not that one day we'll be sitting, one day we'll become pure. No, you have to follow the chanting process very diligently. Then what will happen? One day we'll be pure and we'll be promoted to a spiritual platform where we can directly behold the pastime of Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan, just like the Shyamananda Prabhu. So Shyamananda Prabhu was completely absorbed in Krishna's pastime. He was just meditating on Radha Krishna pastime, and he was transported, and he got the divine, it was the divine intervention that he met with Radha Rani, Lalita and all, and then a beautiful pastime happened with them. And then when Shyamanand Prabhu was, Radharani said, okay, now it's over, now you can go back to your place. So Shyamanand Prabhu felt a lot of separation, that how can I live without Krishna? It is not possible for me. So then Radharani, seeing the desperation of Shyamanand Prabhu, she manifested the form of Krishna from her heart and said, you take this form and keep with yourself, you will not feel the separation from Krishna. And that same form is being worshipped in Radha Shyam Sundar, and this is the same form. So tomorrow we'll see this pastime and hear this pastime in great detail. Today the time is over, so we'll stop. So like this, now every day we'll hear one of the pastimes, one or the other pastime till Janmashtami, so that we can develop the mood and devotion and faith, how Krishna reciprocates with his devotees. Krishna is not idle. People say this is idle. Idle word, the word idle is not the correct word which is used for Krishna. Idol is of these, materialistic people, like, politicians idol are kept in on the circle and all. These are our idols. There are no lives in that. But Krishna's form is not idol. It is, therefore it is called Vigraha or deity, means it is personified. Lord is personally present. So Lord is very, very, dynamic. He's waiting when we'll be purified, when we'll have that faith and devotion. Lord Krishna will reciprocate. So we have to develop that love and Shraddha, faith. Then Lord will reciprocate us and He will help us in all our spheres of life. Okay, so with this we'll stop. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.